So my name's Andy Fennell. I'm the owner of Gravity Espresso and Wine Bar in Inglewood. I started this business in 2012 after coming from the corporate world. Always been a dream of mine to open my own business, and I got that opportunity with Gravity. Being able to plot my own path, being able to employ people, being able to contribute to the economy, and just really create a community hub in Inglewood for people to come to meet for business reasons, for family reasons, and just overall enjoyment. And it's been a wild ride these last 6 years with the economy, but it's something that I'm enthusiastic about. And I wake up every day with the same spring in my step, looking to come in and improve my business, and just continue with this great community hub. After about 3 years, we'd really hit our stride. Revenues had improved dramatically, and we started to turn a profit. And then, unfortunately, the economy changed in 2015 or thereabouts, and the last 3 years have been a real struggle. With the economy changing, then the political environment changing, costs have risen, minimum wage has risen, cost of goods are higher due to carbon tax, property taxes continue to rise, and it's a real struggle with the empty office space downtown. There's revenue that needs to be made up there, and the talk is that it's going to land on a lot of small businesses or businesses outside of the downtown core in the suburbs. Either that, or it also will impact homeowners too. So last year we were somewhat fortunate that City Council decided that there would be some rebates, and that we couldn't put all the struggles on small business owners, but by all accounts, and we don't know until they've met today, but by all accounts there's a possibility that will go away and business taxes will rise. So that could be a huge hit to the pockets of all the small business owners in Calgary. So when it comes to the Olympics, I grew up in England in the 60s and 70s, and a huge fan of the Olympics. Grew up in the time of Eddie the Eagle. Summer Olympics, just a huge fan of that. I watch a ton of sport now when I have the time, and I'm a big fan and proponent of sports in cities. My problem now is the economy in Calgary really isn't strong enough, in my opinion, to be deciding on spending millions of dollars 8 years from now. If you'd have asked me 3 or 4 years ago, when the economy was booming, whether Calgary should host the Olympics, I'd have been all for it, and I've said absolutely. But we're in such a period of uncertainty right now that I just don't think it's the right time to be looking at spending billions of dollars, whether or not it comes provincially, federally, or from the city. It just seems a little bit off to me. If you look at all the economic indicators that we've got happening in Calgary right now, the housing market is in the biggest slump it's been for 20 years. Mortgage interest rates are going up, going to impact individuals. Unemployment is still high. Downtown core is still very, very empty. And I just think that there's better ways to look at strengthening Calgary as a city financially in the short term than looking at spending money 8 years from now. If you were to ask me what I thought could be done better, I think in some way we need to be more creative about bringing vibrancy back down to the downtown core. I think all levels of government have done this city a disservice over the last few years, and we've got a downtown core with so much empty office space that if there were more creative ways to get those buildings full again, that the rest of the city would see the benefits of that. So years ago, even the mayor talked about, let's look at diversifying our economy and bringing people in, and then there was this talk about rocket coming from Silicon Valley and so on and so forth. But I'll be honest with you, it seems like a lot of empty words, and if we could just find a way to improve the downtown core, I think as an economy as a whole, and as a city, we're going to see a much vibrant economy and people in a much better place. I can't see the correlation between bringing the Olympics and filling office spaces. When it comes to business taxes and taxes in general, I don't think that we need to look at lowering taxes. I mean, we've still got to keep this city running, and as a business owner, I'm more than willing to pay my fair share, but I don't think any small business, homeowner for that matter, wants to continually pay extra because of empty office space downtown. So it's up to the politicians of this city and province and federal government to find ways to make Calgary vibrant again. We pay taxes, we always will, but the burden on Calgary right now is just way too high. One of the other things that sort of worries me too is we hear us talk about, okay, so we're going to put $400 million in as a city, and we're going to get 10-to-1 return from the provincial and federal government. But they have been adamant that any overcosts on the hosting of the Olympics is at our expense. And I don't know how many Olympics that have come in on budget in my lifetime, and they talk about these austerity Olympics and things are different now, but I've got to be honest with you, I'm a little bit sceptical as to how that would happen, and then if we end up with a few $100 million of taxpayers' money, there's another question and another issue that I have with hosting the Olympics at this time. 3 years from now, if the economy's turned and we have a more vibrant community, absolutely, let's go after it, but right now in my mind is not the time.